In this next video, we're going to be joining Arkansas State Patrol, and believe it or not, they are in pursuit of a semi-tractor trailer, and so they're actually trying to bring this tractor trailer to a stop. The initial charge is, I believe the officer was on the side of the highway conducting a traffic stop with a motorist, and the 18-wheeler is required by law to move over to the next lane, which he failed to do so. And so now these troopers are in pursuit of this 18-wheeler or semi, and he's refusing to stop. And so let's go ahead and get into the video, and afterwards I will come back and give you my commentary. Believe it or not, we're going to be joining, I think it's Arkansas State Police. They are in pursuit of this semi, trying to get it stopped. I don't know exactly what the charges are, but they're trying to get this vehicle, this driver attention, and get him stopped. For some reason or another, he seemed to be ignoring the law enforcement officers. This is a full-grown, as they say, bear in the trucking industry. They say it's a full-grown bear. That means that he's DOT certified, and he's a state trooper. He's not a city cop, so he's definitely well certified to stop a federal motor carrier. So once again, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Patrol and Performance. Looks like we got a nutcase driving a semi.
So we're still in the left lane, there's no cars to the right. We're coming up on the 57. Yeah, 10 forward. We've been in the left lane forever. No car to the right. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, 4 on the 70 yard, you try to pull up the side. 10 4 I have. These rounds are East Station 58. I want to Jones County now. We just passed the 58. I think that trailer tagged out of Maine. I can't really see the state.
No, he's swerving all over the place.
Just past myself and Omar to a car in front of and behind 226. Truck's not stopping.
Oh, so they got in front of him. They're trying to slow him down. He's not stopping. These are 75.
Coming up on the Knoxville exit, eastbound.
We're gonna need some spike strips. We're passing that 67 eastbound. J26 dispatch. We're gonna try to get spike strips at the 83, but we're gonna try to get in contact with Oak County. We can get closer spike strips. J26 first. Speeds are 73. Light traffic. There's a Lamar PD unit behind me. He's keeping the traffic off of us. Just past the Knoxville rest area.
What's your location right now?
We're passing we're entering Polk County right now. Speeds are 75 light traffic.
On the side strips, just make sure you have more cover and stay behind it.
There's not very much traffic in front of us. J26.
And as you can see, at this point, the officers are pulling him back simply because they have a unit up ahead of this pursuit, and they're going to try to spike the tires of the 18 wheeler. I keep Keep in mind, this is 18 wheeler, has 18 tires, so I kind of doubted if it's not going to have too much effect, even if they spike the tires, because there's so many wheels on this vehicle. Eventually, it'll probably get stopped, but we'll see. ahead and tried to spike the wheels of his semi. And you would think that the driver would notice something was going on simply by they pulled him back like that. But yeah, I guess he wasn't that smart. So just like they had already spiked the wheels on this truck, and it's slowing up tremendously.
Mile marker. So we're about 22 miles per hour after 96.
26, 22 miles per hour at 96 miles. Yeah, kill your sirens.
We're 10 miles per hour, Clarksville. Clarksville, we're stopped. I can't see anything. Yeah, his door's closed.
some reason or another, this idiot don't have any clothes on. He's completely naked.
We can get to him. You got him. I don't want to take my eyes. Yeah. Got it. I'm coming down 64 with the shield.
Arkansas State Police, just get the truck, come out with your hands up and we can see them.
I don't either. I'm still trying to get the things on the upstairs. I'm gonna make sure there's not another person this way.
Copy 1015 with 20, 1015 full of 2.
Copy, Sheriff.
Yeah.
No, sir, I didn't. 1315 times 1, making sure there's nobody else in the cab of the truck anywhere. Okay, I'll slow down. Well, they need the shields to clear the vehicle, so I'll keep on trucking on. I'm coming anyway. I would doubt it's probably hard to get up in the cab with them, unless there's somebody else up in there. Copy that.
Ready to clear the cab?
Yeah. We're gonna bust the other side glass.
Okay.
Y'all want to steer? Yeah. You're sitting back here, but you're facing this way. We're trying to clutch on this side.
And as you just witnessed in this video, this was definitely a long pursuit. So I cut the video down some. This pursuit actually lasted a little over an hour. And it took that long for these officers to get this semi stopped. They tried, I think, several spikes procedures, and the last spike procedure, I think, is what did it. And the driver was able to finally slow the vehicle down and bring it to a stop, simply because they took out a couple of his tires, probably the front wheel. That's the most effective when you're trying to stop an 18-wheeler. And that is to take out the steel tires. Anytime you are trying to conduct a traffic stop on a semi-tractor trailer, you're actually conducting a traffic stop on what you call a federal motor carrier. And it falls up under the federal government. Everything from the CDL being certified to drive a commercial vehicle. And so local police could stop a 18-wheeler for a local violation. But in dealing with a semi-tractor trailer, you have federal charges and you also have local charges. And now the local city or county officers cannot enforce federal laws. Federal laws are enforced by a state trooper. So in this case, you had the Arkansas State Police, which is the same thing as state trooper. Just in Arkansas, they call them state police, and instead of calling them state troopers. And so state trooper is what in the trucking world they call a full bear. Full-grown bear means he's able to enforce and implement state laws, federal laws, city laws, and county laws as well. So a city officer is not able to enforce federal laws. Federal law would be something like placing the driver out of service, law books, medical card, and these are just a few. And so this driver refused to stop simply because of he did not move over to the next lane when this state police officer was on the side of the highway with a motorist. So the only thing he had to do is really just move over to the left lane. And for some reason or another, I don't understand what was going on with this driver, but he did not move over to the next lane. And so they finally got him stopped. And yet this guy was totally naked. So they finally got him stopped and they brought him out of the semi. He ain't had no clothes on. He was stripped all the way down to his, what you call that, birth clothes. And so what was going on with this guy, going on through this guy head, man, is it baffles me. He obviously seemed like he had some kind of mental problems. When the officer got him handcuffed and placed him in the back seat of the car, and the officer was trying to Mirandarize him. And the Miranda is when the officer read to you your rights. You have the right to remain silent, and anything you say could be used in the court of law. Those are what you call a Miranda rights. You read, the officer's going to read you those rights, and then he's going to ask you, do you understand those rights? And as he read these rights, this individual just totally just ignored him, simply complaining about handcuffed too tight. And he was going on with it belligerently and very loudly, handcuffed too tight, all along while the officer was trying to read him his rights. So this idiot had a lot going on. And what baffles me is how this guy actually fell through the cracks. They have medical cards and things like that you have to qualify for. It could be every 6 months, it can be every 2 years, it can be every 4 years. Just depends on your age. So if you have some kind of medical problem and you're driving a semi, they can actually catch that. And so obviously it didn't catch it this time with this individual. Clearly he had some mental problem. Sitting there driving a tractor trailer down a highway, totally naked. The guy didn't even have his damn underwear on. So nothing worse than you have to deal with this kind of individual. But here and there is what these officers do. They come in contact with all kinds of individuals and all kinds of nutcases. And like I said, it just baffled me how this guy able to get through the system with that kind of mindset, the way that's been qualified to drive a semi, a tractor trailer. These vehicles, as you can see, could be very dangerous, simply because they can take a lot to really get one of these things stopped. And they can really bad habit if you get a nutcase in one of them, which clearly is what you had in this video. And they also call hazmat material. So clearly you need to be in full control of your faculty in order to drive an 18-wheeler because of the massive damage that one of these vehicles can cause. And so shout out to Arkansas State Police. The guys always do a really good job. And they usually conduct a pit maneuver on much smaller vehicles. So, but obviously they couldn't conduct a pit maneuver that they are so famous for. They couldn't conduct a pit maneuver on an 18-wheeler. And so I seen one come up with a pickup truck, and I thought he was going to be stupid enough to try to do a pit maneuver on that with that pickup truck, with that trailer. And if you do, yeah, man, you're going to be one ugly man when you get you tearing up that patrol unit. Simply because those 18-wheelers are 80,000 pounds. Legally, they are 80,000 pounds. They could be much more. And in the rear of the trailer, they can hold as much as 45,000 pounds in the rear of that trailer. So it would take a tank or a bomb to actually move this thing. And to get it stopped, it takes the size of or the length of two football fields. So those of you that like to pull it out in front of these big trucks and try to take an exit at the last minute in front of one of them, then you need to be aware these vehicles cannot just stop on a dime. You wouldn't do that to a train, so you might want to use the same common sense when it comes to these 18-wheelers. Because like I said, clearly these things, they do not stop on a dime. And they can't just stop when somebody just put it out in front of them. So if you do something like this, you're putting your life in the hands of this driver, and it could be very risky. So shout out to Arkansas State Patrol. The guys always do a terrific job and keeping the motoring public safe. And once again, we want to thank you for tuning in to each and every episode, and we ask you to continue to support the channel simply by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that you would know when we are doing a upload. Again, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.